I should have made the sub goal bigger. Hello, I'm the Jim Stanov, and today we're playing Red World Yemen. So, as it turns out, you guys really loved my last Germany video, so thank you all so much. Thank you so much for watching, thank you for subscribing, thank you for everything, really. And to show my thanks, I will make myself suffer by playing the Republic of Yemen, led by my main man, Mohammed Katan. But first, donate to charity. I mentioned it in my last video, but I'm still participating in this year's Jingle Jam. Donate to charities like Autistica, Campaign Against Living Miserably, and Movember. And if you donate £35 or about $45, you will receive Jingle Jam's games collection. 80 games worth over $1,000, including one of my favorite games of all time, Xenonauts. So please, if you have the means, consider donating. It can mean so much to those in need. Alright, with that out of the way, let the CBT commence. So, starting as the Republic of Yemen, you can tell we are a massive world power by the fact that we have a whopping 5 divisions. Oh, sorry, did I say 5? I meant 0, for reasons that'll become obvious in just a second. So we could see that at the start of the mod, Yemen is not having a good time. There's an entire guerrilla war happening in the south, and they're still suffering from the memories of the Civil War. Excuse me, Civil Wars. They went through like 4 of them in this timeline. But my main man, Mohammed, is here to keep a lid on things. Okay, so we've got our first event here talking about the state of Yemen. In his first address to the people of Yemen since November of last year, President Katan has now given a live television address to the nation, aiming to reassure a tired and weary nation. However, despite this address, both the president and the public remain aware that the future of Yemen remains uncertain, and that any chance of reconciliation is slowly disintegrating, with it only being a matter of time before the House of Cards comes tumbling down. Oh boy, does that House of Cards come tumbling down. Oh, looks like America's about to go on a wild ride. And our problems begin with troubles in Hadramaut, which is over here. Surely this entire place is just like a big ball of nothing, right? I guess if it's a big ball of nothing, it's hard to occupy, so I guess that makes sense. Abraham Lincoln circa 1861. Also, I love how many more provinces Yemen has compared to the Saudi Arabian provinces. Let's count the number of provinces that border this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 provinces border this one province here. I swear to God, Putin, you better not show up here. You better not show up, Putin. Thank the Lord! Praise be to Allah! You know, this crowd likes to speak about women's rights. I think it's time we speak about women's wrongs. I'd like to apologize for my previous comment. You know, I'm still learning and changing and growing as a person. I promise, I'm not the same person I was 5 seconds ago. Thank you. That man has the coolest beard I've ever seen. Unfortunately, he's also an Islamic fundamentalist. I think it balances out. Speaking of Islamic fundamentalism, I guess it's not Islamic fundamentalism in this timeline, so you win this round, Bin Laden. Once again, I would like to apologize for my previous comments. You know, I'm still reflecting on my actions and growing as a... The Houthi insurrection in Yemen, huh? Topical. Yemen completely incapable of fighting off the Houthis, huh? Also topical. And there goes Libya. That's what I like to call not my problem. Oh! The UAR is going to try to keep itself together. I never see the AI do this. This is kind of exciting. I kind of hope the UAR doesn't win this, actually, because that'll make things easier for me. It took only a few months to unravel 50 years of unity. Oh, the Minister of Finance was killed by a car bomb, along with over 50 protesters. Wow, I didn't know we were in Ireland! Once again, I feel the need to apologize. You know, I had a heated gamer moment. It happens to people, but I'm still learning and growing. Oh, and the democratic factions in the country have formed the Jasmine Council, which is a name that I really like. It's a shame that democracies are boring and cringe. Oh, it would seem the terrorism is coming from inside the house. We'll just blame the communists anyway, it's fine. And we have lost a city to the communists. This is a disaster, and the tribes who have long been our allies are turning their backs on us. Well, it seems the UAR is gonna win that war. Hopefully they don't come for me later. Yep, and now we've been forced to retreat. The entire south of Yemen is in communist hands, and that cannot stand. And while the country is crumbling around me, the former president's son has made his play. Ahmed Saleh, flanked by both Abdul Malik al-Meklafi of the banned Nasserist Unionist People's Organization and Abdel Malik al-Houthi of the Houthi movement. What a nightmare blunt rotation that is. All right, the time has come. The fighting has broken out between Saleh and the government. And Saleh is winning. It's time. The war has begun. Wow, what a poetic event. Young, brave men fighting for all of those yearning power, order, freedom, liberation, or justice. Ancient rivalries dug up, and closed scars turned into gaping wounds. Tribe versus tribe, brother versus brother. The people of Yemen will suffer for the sins of their leaders. The die is cast, with the soul, identity, and future of Yemen as the spoils, determined by the ultimate victor. All while the women of Yemen weep for their sons and daughters, never to return home. It's quite beautiful. And so I can choose to either keep playing as Al-Islah, play as the Yemen Arab Republic, play as the Republic of Yemen, or play as the People's Democratic Republic of Yemen. And I think I'm going to play as the Yemen Arab Republic. I am now a part of the Nightmare Blunt rotation. I have zero clue how I'm going to handle this war. Let's see what we can do. Alright, in the meantime, we get a few focuses we can run, so let's do it. Why am I able to use Remington arms as Yemen? That probably makes sense, but I don't understand it. Alright, let's micro the crap out of this war. The die is cast, and Ahmed Saleh, the supreme leader of the General People's Congress, is in open revolt. In the most bizarre coalition with the Nasserists and the Houthis, but we'll worry about that later. Well, at least I'm not alone in the world. Bolivia has also broken apart. The world can only wonder where conflict will spread next, as the United Nations seems incapable of stemming the tide of emerging conflicts since the turn of the decade. The United Nations being useless? That's pretty topical if you ask me. Alright, Daddy Saddam Hussein, please give me all of your stuff. Thank you, Daddy Saddam Hussein. He's back. Yep, there goes Syria. The UAR will be a thorn in my side in the future. But that's the future. That's future me's problem. I need to win this war. Nasser's dream lives on. For now. They're doing the thing where they move around all their troops. Quick, move in. And Bill's back too. We got all the memes, don't we? We got Foster, we got Jeb, we got Bill. All we need is Bernie and we'll complete the quadfecta. Huh. My capital is still in Al-Baida, even though I don't control it. Okay. Oh, hey! More memes. We got Jeremy Corbyn! And there's the Quiznos flag in all its glory. That is good to see. It remains to be seen if I can hold it, though. This front line can go so thoroughly wrong so fast. This isn't fun, by the way. Just in case I didn't make that abundantly clear, this is not fun. This is such a stupid encirclement. I can't believe that worked. Sweet. All right, well, that's one Yemen gone. Oh, I desperately needed those guns too. Thank the Lord above. Hey, that frees up my troops, that frees up my manpower, that frees up basically everything. Oh. Well, that means no Bernie. Well, I guess Chomsky himself's a bit of a meme, so I guess we'll still have a meme quadfecta. All right, I think we're in a position where we could safely push. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of pushing going on the communist front. There we go. Jasmines are ours. Now let's mop up. Well, never mind about Noam Chomsky. Man's died of a heart attack. Well, rest in peace, dude. He will deny genocides no more. Oh. It would seem that Ethiopia has eaten all of her enemies. Djibouti is gone and so is Somalia. That's a little scary. There seems to be no supply in middle of nowhere Yemen. That's going to be an issue for me. I literally abandoned that little strip of desert because I just wasn't getting any supply. We were just dying there. So let's try this again from here. Yep. This already looks like a much better position than last time. There we go. And that is the Yemeni civil war dealt with. Easy peasy. That is the face of a man who is definitely about to run Yemen into the ground. All right. All of our enemies are dead, and we shall see if there is unity in the national government. Signs point to no. Yep, Saleh has rejected a Houthi request for a meeting, and it would seem that our government is falling apart. Oh, and there's not very many countries I could trade with either. Yep, the coalition has officially broken down. Oh well, I didn't need them anyway. Alright, and here we get to make choices that will determine who gets to be in charge of Yemen. But to be honest, look how happy Saleh is. I can't take away what this man's won. Right. Now that the Houthis have allied with Saleh, the government's consolidated control, and I can now kill the Houthis. That worked so well for you, didn't it? In an ironic twist of fate, Ansar Allah politicians, generals, and militia members were rounded up in a nationwide crackdown, the order having been personally ordered by Saleh himself. The game is played. I win. Alright, it really does suck that the only people I can trade with are Pakistan and Senegal. Well, it'll have to do for now. We have secured total GPC control. Now to do a million focuses before I do my foreign policy, for reasons that will be very, very helpful in the future. These are going to be some nice bonuses, I feel. Man, what a downgrade from Noam Chomsky. Even that flag looks stupid. Sorry, Norman Spinrad. You are not rad in my heart. And it seems as though Foster's firing the first shots of unification. They've already taken Lincoln and they're taking Utah too. Or sorry, not Lincoln, Molotov. Oh, research slot, blessed be. Oh! Ethiopia is establishing an African Union. That's cool. As long as that doesn't interfere with me, I'm cool with it. We're trading in opioids now, huh? Something tells me this Ahmed Saleh might not be a good guy. But on the bright side, he will let me push for nuclear power pretty much immediately. That's pretty nice. Oh my god! So they invited a Saudi prince to Yemen. After being toured across the island nature reserve and getting to enjoy the lovely white sandy beaches and azure sea, the two men held a lavish dinner at Saleh's Island Resort, where expensive Andalusian manzanilla wine flowed freely and beautiful exotic dancers entertained the two men. By the next morning, the very groggy and hungover prince was awoken by a very smug-looking Ahmed Saleh, who showed Al-Walid an apparent recording of him snorting cocaine from the belly of a scantily clad woman with others dancing around him. Saleh then remarked he would keep the tape a secret in return for some very lucrative deals and shares in Walid's Kingdom Holding Company. Sometime later, Walid was seen angrily boarding his flight back to Riyadh earlier than planned, while the president personally came to wave the plane off, grinning as he did so. That's amazing! Now, which Saudi royal can we invite next? Alright, we're just down to the big three. It's John Foster versus Jeb. And then Norman. And now, with the comical amounts of corruption in place, we have finally unveiled a new Yemen, forever guiding it to the will of the supreme leader. Yemen is Saleh, and Saleh is Yemen. And Yemen? It's just perfect, baby. Oh my, they've become the Federation of Arab Republics, with an interesting flag, and they're invading Jordan. Alright, dude. Alright, I've completed as far down the main focus tree as I can, but for the moment, I'm just going to do a continuous focus and not actually do the foreign policy yet, because there's some shenanigans I want to get up to first. Only a year to go. It'll be worth the wait, I assure you.
One eternity later.
Okay, finally we have our nuclear reactor tech finished. And now, we can get up to some shenanigans. Seems like the OG Soviet Union's having a fun time in America. It's gonna create such ugly borders, I am not ready for it. Oh yeah, it's shenanigans time. Our words are backed by nuclear weapons! What a normal title. The glorious, supreme, and eternal leader of the Yemen Arab Republic. No longer shall Yemen be the backwater and playground of international politics and scheming. We ourselves are the masters of our glorious destiny. You can either be our friends, and we shall love and entertain you, or you could be our enemies, and you shall feel our wrath! Alright, shenanigans out of the way, let's focus on creating Greater Yemen. Make Yemen great again. Alright, our first target. This little strip of empty land in Oman, which hopefully they'll just give it over since there's like literally nothing here. Guys, what is this? Jesus Christ almighty, let me fix this. God, what a cursed name. The People's Confederative Republic of Dixie. I hate everything that's going on in America right now. Really? For Dhofar? Really? Okay, time to go to war. There's nobody even here. I think this might be an easy one. Okay, lack of supply aside, this is actually going pretty well. Yep, now they're all trapped in Muscat. Please let this be a quick and easy battle. Thanks to there being no supply, this will not be a quick and easy battle. Fine, 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 fine. I'm literally going to build a port next to Muscat just so that I get some supply. There we go. That's some supply. All right, kill him. That's finally over. There we go. Oh man, you really screwed up there. Yeah. Okay. And sure, I'll create a client state out of the rest of it. Oh, they're still a sultanate, even though they're a military dictatorship. Okay, sure. I don't think you should be befriending the USSR, Oman. That doesn't sound like something you should be doing. All right. Next on my list, the Saudis. All right, so we have the option to decide how much land we're going to demand from Saudi Arabia, and I mean, for the glorious leader, we've got to demand all our historic lands. And it would seem that Saudi Arabia has said no. So Saudi Arabia is about to have a very bad time. All right, let's go kill some tribesmen. Although we are also allied to tribesmen. Just ignore I said that. Once again, I must apologize to all of my viewers for my distasteful actions, you know. I'm still changing and growing as a person. Okay, enough apologizing. Let's go kill. All right, we have taken the irradiated nuclear ruins of Mecca. Hopefully the Muslim world isn't too angry at me for that. I feel like there should have been some sort of punishment for me nuking Mecca. But whatever. There we go. The Saudis are gone. And all of my ancestral lands are mine. We shall now proclaim Greater Yemen. And Saudi Arabia is gone, replaced by the Arabian state under that guy. Oh, his name's also Saleh. What a coincidence. I think that's a coincidence anyway. Look at how big we are now. All right, with Greater Yemen secured, we must decide what we can be on the world stage. We can join the Moscow Accords, which, don't exist because the Soviet Union's still there. We can remain neutral and no. Or we could join the Democratic League, who will hopefully accept an insane nationalist autocratic dictator into their alliance. We'll see how that goes. All right, well, I reloaded and reloaded a million times and they still said no, which is gonna force us into remaining neutral. Well, how am I gonna get out of this debacle?
You're familiar with Billy Mitchell, world video game champion? He could probably do it. So I gotta find a way to harness his power, and I think I found a way.
That's right, we're gonna cheat.
Wow, what a surprise! Canada has changed their mind and allowed us entry into the Democratic League. Hooray! Alright, now that Canada very generously helped me for completely out of the kindness of my heart and not because I forced them to, it's time to destroy the Arab traitors. Okay, I don't know why the United Arab States are communists in this timeline, but let's kill them. I called Canada into this war and I really didn't mean to. I kind of forgot I was in the Democratic League, but that's fine. Easy. Alright, Cutter's next. Yeah, that was really easy. Nothing notable about that war. It's just mine now. Alright, with the Gulf contained, let's see if we can get Saddam Hussein on the side of democracy. Oh, hold on. That's not right. It would seem that one of the sides of the Libyan civil war decided to join the African Union. Saddam Hussein is joining the Democratic League, baby! This feels very, very wrong. It would seem the Soviet Union has taken the Northeast. Oh! And it would seem that Foster has turned on his Soviet master and gone to war with the People's Confederative Republic of Dixie. Who will win? So I had a focus to demand concessions from Jordan, which doesn't exist. And Jordan, which doesn't exist, rejected our demands for economic concessions. So we will gain an annex war goal against Jordan, which no longer exists. Okay, well, so So much for that. On the bright side, we might get to go to war with Iran over Bahrain. And that certainly puts a smile on my face. Oh, well, Iran just caved and gave us Bahrain. Okay, well, never mind, I guess. All right. Now to deal with the Palestinian problem that we can't solve because Palestine no longer exists. Guess we'll just do this the old-fashioned way then. All right, we have justified our claim for the Halaib Triangle, apparently. But, doesn't matter. We're gonna kill you anyway. Oh! Somebody nuked the Halaib Triangle. Hey, I claimed that. They just keep nuking that one little spot. I'm gonna choose a bit of a better target. Much, much better. All right, I've bombed Mecca and Cairo. I don't think the Arab world's going to like me anymore. Yeah, it definitely seems like my friends are getting in on the action. I should have nuked Jerusalem, darn it. Well, hopefully I'll get another shot in 100 days. Looks like the UAI is just gonna start grinding themselves against me, and that's just fine by me. Ooh, I didn't even do it this time. I didn't do it, I didn't nuke Jerusalem. Oh, somebody has made a big boo. Who even has nukes on my side? I don't know. Does Canada have nukes? Oh my God, Canada. It's pretty ridiculous. Well, you sucked all the fun out of it, but I'm gonna do it too. Boom! Oh, so why is Jerusalem hang on, as soon as the nuclear hellfire clears up, why is Jerusalem like entirely inside of the West Bank? Jerusalem should be like here. Well, clearly we know which side of the Arab-Israeli conflict the dev team is on. Oh, that's so many Arab casualties. 1.4 million. Ouch. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Come on, let's just finish this invasion, then we can go invade Egypt. God, I hope I don't have to invade Egypt. They're so close to capitulation. I think if I get Damascus, I might have this, but I just can't crack Damascus. Turns out, I can crack Damascus. It worked! Oh, thank God I don't have to invade Egypt. That looks pretty great. Oh, hey, it's that guy. I know you. Topical. And on that note, I think we have achieved the greatest, Yemen. Okay, fine, that might have been fun. You win this round. So yeah, I have no idea what my next sub goal is going to be, probably for 1,000 subs, but hey, what do you want to see me play next? I might make it my next sub goal. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, hit the sub button. It really does help me out a lot, and I will see you next time. Kenyatta.